around, around. So I started to listen to the new Weeknd song. The first 2.5, I want to say 3 seconds of it. I was laying down and immediately I just had a smile, a grin just appeared on my face. Not one of those rapey smiles like the Weeknd's got on his cover. One of those like, man, I feel like I need to be seen doing this. I can do it right now, you know. I can just edit and do all that other stuff after I get done adulting tomorrow. I'm here. This is a moment, right? The Weeknd don't drop every day. I got a release date for the album right now, March 20th, 2020, a month away. Like, who does this? Literally every other artist, but we're not gonna talk about that right now. We're gonna make it seem like the Weeknd is special. Whatever. Singles he's released so far have been hit and then miss for me. Y'all know I didn't like Heartless like that. You can flame me as much as you want. Trap and R&B just don't belong in the same conversation. I don't like it. Bryson Tiller tried it that one time with Trap Soul, and I really did enjoy it, but ever since then, it's been whack. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see it. Leave it in the past, right? He did the synth pop R&B thing with Blinding Lights, and I really enjoyed that track. Wasn't the greatest synth pop that we gotten from the Weeknd, but I still, I was still on board. I still supported it. That's my guy, right? R&B Batman, R&B Bruce Wayne. That's my guy. And we have a 6-minute title track. It feels like he's texting like the person, hey, come outside, and then like she comes outside after like a big argument, and he's leading her into like this really foggy park where it's just one dim light that's flickering. Yeah, that's much better. I forgive you. The Weeknd's being toxic. He knows he fucked up, and now he wants back in, and he's kind of guilt tripping her a little bit. He is, just a little bit, by saying, where are you now that I need you? You know how I can get, all this other stuff. He's just poking her the holes that he, you know what you do. I'm not toxic. Making his problem her problem at the same time, like intertwining and connecting their worlds when really it was all his fault. I like to. House is not a home. It's happening. It's happening. It's happening. It's happening. We knew this day was coming. We knew it was coming. All right. You hear what he said, right? You know what to do. We've been ready for this for a while now, and I've just been waiting for the opportunity to show y'all exactly how I can. This is heavenly. This part is great. Fucking spit. Here's the thing, man. I love it. I do really like the transitions here, the instrumental transitions, and then we get to the end of the track where it feels very intimate. The most intimate I think it does out of the entire track. I do like the Weeknd's really soft, non-evasive vocals. The lyrics are really heartfelt and they're delicate at the same time. And when I'm listening to him from the very beginning, I did mention how it feels like he's inviting his ex to a park to speak or just to talk, but it seems as though we get the first instrumental transition and then immediately he's in her heart. And then the next transition near the end where I mentioned how heavenly it sounds, it's like that's the part where he gets into her mind. That's where he's in the safe space because it's harder to get someone out of your mind once they're already in your heart. He got her to come out, she meets him, he gets in her heart, then he gets in her mind, and now he's there, delivering these soft vocals that are reassuring her that he won't break the place that he just broke into, which was her heart. That's just how I take the track in, all right? I'm not saying that's how he meant it. I'm just saying that's how I'm receiving it right now. And if I look at it like that, then yes, I can justify the length of a track like this. But it is unconfirmed, and honestly, the ending portion of this track being so much more enjoyable for me personally than the earlier parts of it, even though those were nice introductions into trilogy, older Weeknd, where he was much more living in his aesthetic, living in this mysterious spaced out fog that was really dark and dimly lit. I don't know if dude's intentionally trying to be toxic or if he's just unintentionally coming off like a scumbag, but I definitely feel like he's a predator on this song. Like he knows that he's not good for this person, but he knows the exact strings to pull to draw them out. once he draws them out, he eats them alive. Like, that's the blood on his face. I don't know how else I can look at that. You just become like Walter White, but with love instead of meth. I would say that it's too long. I do think it's too long of a track. It comes off on this track like Jigsaw from the Saw movies, but instead of killing the people that he draws in, instead he surgically works in their emotions and in their brain like a bacteria or like an infection. Like, I feel sick right now. Sounds like a little bit of a mixture of what he was doing off that EP from 2 years ago where he did a couple of tracks with Gestolfenstein. It sounds a little retro at the same time because there's some random synths that pop in. We also get these crackling sounds that appear underneath his voice. That being said, the track is really empty. Like, there are moments in here where I wish he would fill more space up with some lyrics, with his vocals, with some effects that are a little bit less predictable. But you know, I don't know, it's still good. It gets a little predictable, a little repetitive near the end of the chorus. It gets a little monotonous as we kind of allow the beat to take up so much space of the song. You know, I just feel like for this song to be 6 minutes, The Weeknd plays only a very, very specific portion of it as opposed to layering himself evenly over the entire thing. And that's really my main issue, my main gripe with it. But I do still think it's a good track. I am still happy with it. I'll probably keep listening to it. I'm looking forward to the album. But I definitely think this is going to be one of those projects where a lot of people are going to have their specific tracks that they like. I don't know if I'm probably going to be one of those people that's going to like every one of them from start to finish. But I definitely think this is going to be The Weeknd's album to have a song that pleases everyone. So we'll see. After Hours comes out next month. I'll be here waiting for it. And that's all I got to say about this new track from The Weeknd, the title track. And yeah, that's me. That's how I feel about it. I'm out now. You have yourself a good one. Don't snort anything that I wouldn't.